Hello everyone, this is Paula. How are you today? It's a beautiful sunny day in Branson and I'm just loving it. It was dreary the last 3 days, so finally some sunshine. So still have all this ephemera. I just kind of squeezed me out a spot right here so we can do the second craft with me. Now, this is going to be for an Easter book, of course. Now, I haven't finished getting the pages ready or any of that, but it's going to be the Tales of Peter Rabbit. And I put a Peter Rabbit cloth on here and brought out the pink in these flowers. And, of course, I don't have the papers cut to size yet, but that will be done. And so, yeah, that's where we're at right now. Now, I've got the papers cut and sewn. I had to cut each. It takes 2 papers per sheet. So I have to cut 2 different papers and then use a 1 1/4 inch to glue or stitch those together so that you can put your book together. Okay, and right now I have 2 signatures. I'm trying to decide if I want a third. We'll see, because I want to allow you, whoever gets the book, to be able to go through it and have some ways of adding depth. Okay, and not having to worry about that too much. So I did stamp this little rabbit on a tea-stained tag. I just thought he was super cute the way he turned out. And yeah, I didn't get him inked, it looks like, but you know, that's not as big a deal. I'm not going to worry about that right now. And this is one that I decoupaged. Now, I don't know where I'm going to put it yet. I haven't found a home for it yet, so I'm going to set it to the side. And this will be a tag that's available to go in a pocket. Both of those probably. So what I'm going to do first is we're going to put together a few things like we did in the last video. And except we're not gluing anything into the book because it's not ready yet. When we do that, we'll do a video doing that as well. So I've been kind of looking at what we've got available to use to make today. And we're not ever going to get all this done. So, but we're going to do some of the neater ones. So, and there'll be some stitching done after things are decided. So here's this little bunny tag that was stamped antique paperia. Okay, and then here is just a trim that was on some paper, and I just cut it out and did it the width of the page. Now it's a long pocket. I just thought the picket fence looked really cute, and it will get glued down. Okay, we can't glue everything, and this one tag will be in here, as well as this journaling card. It says Happy Easter. Isn't it cute? I thought that would be perfect. And then we'll decide which one goes, you know. But we also have some eggs that I cut out and inked. And I just thought we could glue those down. I don't want to pop them up because, you know, it could get crazy. So I'm going to put this bigger one down first. It came in the die cuts of the digital. And so I'm going to kind of just lean it to the left a little bit, like it's outside of the fence. Okay, and then I want this stripe one. And I'm kind of just thinking of laying it kind of like that. And then this one kind of like this or that. I don't know. I want it to show underneath. Let's put that one right there. Okay, now where did I want that one? I'm going to have this go like this and that go like that. I just don't want them even with each other. I really just want them to have that kind of piled look. Well, we might have to add one more here at some point, but right now I'm not going to worry about it. So, this will be glued into the book. I'll probably run some stitching on a couple sides. Maybe, maybe not. And or around some of these cards when I add the backing. So that one was simple and it's done. Here's the other part of what was left over. And I'm going to do a single pocket on this one. And I also want to do the same thing where we glue some eggs down. Okay. And I'm just going to lean it toward the bushes. And I'll lean the other one the opposite way. They're the similar colors. So you have to eke around them if you want them to stand out. Yeah, there we go. Now we're going to do a couple little tags to go in there. And let me see which tags go where. I got to remember. This is just, this doesn't have anything behind it yet, which this would be really cute. That's probably what we'll do. Let's put some blue string on the bunny. It's kind of a lavender blue, and that's okay. And let's get that tied on. Ah, what happened? Just all separated from each other. Let's just go in the middle and put it through. So I hope you're having a good day. What have you been up to? Have you been thinking about what you're going to do for Easter? Are you going to make any projects for Easter, I guess is what I'm saying. I'm sorry, I had to pull it toward me a second to get it straightened out. Very cute. Look at that. I'm going to trim the fuzzy end. The rest of it will be fine. Okay, and he will go under here. And then we'll decide if we want to add anything as far as words. Egg art. How cute. Okay, we'll put something on there because it's just calling for it, you know. Now, this is going to be on the next pocket. It's going to have quite a bit going on, okay? So this was in the digital kit, and I thought we could just make it a pocket. Okay. So I kind of played around with this, and there's two tags that were in the kit, and you would think go this way, right? But if you look, the bow's upside down, and the bow's upside down. I don't know if that was a misprint. I don't know, but we're going to do it the other way, where the bows are facing right up. We're going to put it just like this, and do two tags. And then I thought we would do a third tag. Now this is one of Tracy Fox's old tag, one of her tags from one of the kits I've done. And I want to cover this up right here so it doesn't look so office-like, but more Easter-like. So we're just gonna put some glue on here and all the little spaces, make sure those get glued down. Okay. All All right. All right, there's some rabbits, edibles. And I think on the front of this, we'll add a butterfly. And right here, I'm thinking this little ticket would be cute, right? So let's glue those down. Rick is out painting the vanity for the bathroom. After it's painted and dries, it can be installed. So that's exciting. Just gluing it at an angle. I like to do things at different angles. And this is going to be the butterfly. And I don't want him to stick up too much because of space. Yeah, let's just put him right here. Okay, so I think that is cute the way that turned out. Now I have this, let's go back to this, tag. I have these carrots put on here. I just like the color of the background and I thought I could use it for something different. Now, I have a little bunny right there I want to put right here. But I feel like he needs to be orange. Now, we're going to also put this orange paper clip right there. But first, let's do this little guy. I got to find a piece of paper, excuse me. We don't want to paint over my beautiful cabinet or desk. So, we're just going to use the glitter pen that we have used during Christmas and December before. So, I'm just going to kind of push it down so it can start pumping out some glitter. Just going to get him colored up here. Almost done with this little guy. I think I'll let him dry on his own. But as soon as he dries, he is going to go right on to this tag, which is nice right here. I'll just set him on there. How's that? And then we can glue him on later. I'm just kind of putting him to the side. And this is how he'll look. That's cute, isn't it? But he'll be straight. So I'm going to put him over to the side to dry. And don't know how long that will take. So I'm going to put the rest of the pocket with him so everything stays together. Otherwise, this old lady will forget what goes where. And yes, I do that. So here is a little pocket that came in the digital kit. I noticed that the Easter word that I added on, I thought it'd be cute at the slant, but this letter was popping off. So let's glue that sucker down, right? Don't want any grief as far as that letter goes. And it really was already pretty much decorated in the front. So I didn't add anything else to it. And this is the kind of pocket, here's your page, long ways, that you put this in like this and attach this side down. And you have the same pocket on both sides. So you really need to decorate both sides, right? And right now, I've just looked at decorating one side. And I thought, I just put the Easter on here. But I'm just thinking on one side, add this sweet journaling card. She's teaching them music. And then slide it in here. All right, and then I had this little bunny. So now on the other side of the page, I didn't think about this, so we need to think it through here. I think we've got this little girl and the big Easter egg with a chicken. How cute is that? So we're going to put her on this side. Let me get my pen back in here. Oh my goodness, come on. There we go. Get a little bit of ink out here. And ink up just where you see where the paper is being cut. This is the most important spot. And this time there's going to be a paper in between. So we'll put that right there. And let me think, what else would look cute there? What? Trying to think. Well, we can always add something, but I kind of was looking at doing this little Easter bunny, who is either Peter Rabbit or his girlfriend. Because I don't think Peter Rabbit wore pink. He always wore blue when I saw him. But this has pink. But his little girlfriend has pink. So we're going to put her right there. And we'll move them around. But that portion's done. Yeehaw, right? Where am I putting these? Right there. So real quick before we don't have time, I want to do one or two of these little rabbits with you. Tim Holtz came out last year with some hippity hop rabbits. And this is one of them. And they're all three different, which gives you a different look. So I'm going to turn these little bows. This is from a bow maker, just a die cut that I have. And you just put the ink underneath here. And I just kind of drew a line for both sides, you know. And then you hold it down. And in the meantime, you're holding the other side down because you want them both to apply to each other. Come on. And usually you just kind of hold it for a second. It doesn't take long. And in the meantime, we're going to wrap this band around. Put more on the ends and in the center. Okay. You just put it in the center. It's just a strip of paper. You fold it over. Fold it over this side and pinch it closed. Now, there's not a lot to it. You can do different sizes. Usually they come in like 2 or 3 sizes. And so I just decided we wanted it to be pretty big. Now you can keep these two end pieces together, or you can cut them in half, which is what I'm going to do. Now, instead, I got that little tie crooked. So let's see if I can't straighten it up. But so we're going to have a crooked bow, but that's all right. See, I didn't fold this and this down. So I'm going to glue this onto where the hole of the button, or where you'd put your tie. We are putting something there. We're just putting something different. So go ahead and put ink on one of the tails of the ribbon, and then we're going to ink it and put it right here, and then do the same thing on this other side. And if you realize it doesn't look right, you take it off as soon as you notice it, because this will dry fast. The glitter glue will. And it's just much faster. Now we're going to glue this down. Now you have this little hole. You could either plug it or glue just down here on this bottom portion, which is what I'm going to do. Yeah, just like that. And it just turns out cute. And I still got glue through the other side onto my fingers and anything else it might touch. Crazy. Okay, get as much out of it as you can, but don't get it drenched. Okay, so this is the pretty calm bunny. He's not as jumpy as the others. So I'm going to just put him in here. I think with this small tip, it'll be easier for me. Now you want to bring it down from your bow, but not too low. You have to remember he's hopping in the air, so there won't be any grass or anything. And I'm just going to add a couple little hearts just for the fun of it, because he would be happy, I think. And I'm just going to show happiness with the heart. And maybe one more. Okie dokie. Now, I decided after doing these many times last year, when I did a tag, it looked better when I trimmed it out, either on the machine or with a pen. In this situation, we're going to do it with a pen. Just making sure we have all the glue off. And you will need to do it for all three bunnies if you make them all. And I'm just going to start right up here. Now remember, there's glue in certain places. And you don't have to do baby stitches. You can start off with mega stitches. I mean, nobody's going to notice. The nice thing is you don't need to be nervous about this. You just do little dashes. I try not to curve them the best I can, but if I do, I do. Whoops, I just punched my glue. Just kind of ripped off my tag for a second. All right, so I'm going to put the purple up. Now, if you wanted to write something like, you know, hippity hop or whatever, that you could do that, or stamp a saying. Like this little bunny has hop to it. I think that's cute, but I don't think this one, I think it says it all. Okay, so I'm going to set him right here to the side, and we'll do one more, and then, oh, let's do the one that's jumping, really jumping. We're going to do the exact thing we just did. I always start with the letter because it needs some dry time. The glitter glue doesn't take hold as fast as the Fabri-Tac in something like this, but then again it does. It's weird. It's hard to make sense out of it, but it just seems to me that it's slower to dry on things that have some strength like this compared to, you know, other things. And then I'm just gonna put that there. Hold it on for a second. This is a die cut, and they're out there everywhere. I don't remember who I got it from, but just so you know, you can find them just about anywhere. So I'm going to flip this over. Now, I never seem to get these perfectly straight, or maybe I'm just not trying. I do want to put, I'm going to turn it over so it can dry, and I do want to clip this in half and glue them down like we did the last ones. Now, you can do these different if you want. I think that they kind of tell a tale all by themselves. And I'm just putting it up to as far up as the hole goes, because the bunny's got to have room to jump. So I put this one here. Whoopsie. Gonna have it all over me. Okay. So now let's glue this little guy down here. We'll just put the glue right there. And I don't know if that's going to be enough. Let's do a little more. There we go. But I think they're cute. Just hold it down for a minute, or put a clip on it or something to hold it in place. And as you can see, I always get too much glue. See, look at that. Let me get some of that off of there. It's nice that it dries clear, so we're good. Okay, let me get a drink. I'm having trouble, you know, with dry mouth today. I've been talking so much today that I'm just running out of liquid. Not really. But something's making it happen. Not quite sure what. Okay. Now I'm getting it all over the back of the bunny. I didn't get his whiskers, but I'm going to kind of go over them a little bit. Okay, now let's flip it over. You got to remember that the bunny ears and the bunny head are all going to be, and the body needs to be straight. Okay, so you're really going to be like on this side of the page with the actual bunny. And get him all glued down. Isn't he cute? He's so adorable. Okay, so now we want to add our little hearts. Now you can add sequins, you can add gems, you can add anything you want to this. I just happen to have some different colored hearts that I used when I cut these out the very first time. So, yeah, I really need to be doing odd numbers. I realized that, but I was afraid about how many would fit. And let's see. I'm going to do this one here. Now, we want to go around this one the same color as the bunny, but I think that's green instead of blue. So what did I do with the blue one? I had one in here a minute ago. That's a good question. Okay, let's put this here. And let's see where the blue went. I had a couple, I had a mermaid, one of those mermaid pills, one of those mermaid pins. Let me see if I laid it over here somewhere. But I thought I put it back, and I did. I just got to find it. And I thought I stuck it right here in the front. But now I don't see it. It's hiding. Okay, so we need pink. This is purple. I don't give up. Have you noticed? I know it's in here. Sorry, I'm probably in front of the camera. Which means my hair is wild. Okay, so I'll find it as soon as we're done. You know what I mean? So we'll just do a regular blue pen, I guess, because I can't get it to show up. It's somewhere. It's probably on the floor just waiting on the dog to come by. So I'm going to do the same thing I did on the last one, except I showed more of the top. So I'm just going to go straight across. And you can make it look wiggly, you can make it look straight, or just like stitches. Stitches like this, going pretty quick, is lots easier, much faster, and makes the same statement of any doodle. There we go. Blue and purple. And I want to set these over here to dry. And I'm like, should we go ahead and just do the third one? We should, but let's see what else we've got floating around in here. The rest of the things that I have are not difficult. They're just little tags, gluing them. And so let's go ahead and do this one first, because I want to show you something else too. Now this right here is just a die cut, okay? I didn't come up with this. It's just a die cut that was cut out. And now we're going to do our little pink bunny once we do the gluing on our little bow. When I do this and I cut out a whole bunch, because I do, I've got enough rabbits probably to last me my lifetime. Let me get this to stay down. I just cut all different colors and sizes and stuff like that, so that they're ready when I want to use them. I have a tendency to be like that about a lot of things. Okay. There we go. Flip it over. Just bring it over. And bring it over. Okay. There we go. Now we're going to cut these little ribbon bottoms and glue them down. Let them hang down at the bottom here. I remember when I first saw people making these bows, and I also remember thinking, that is crazy. Who makes a paper bow? And look at me here. I do. I'm going to tell you, I do once in a while. And we're going to glue him down right here. Let me make sure that's on there right. Yes, it is. Look how cute. Okay, now we're going to glue the bunny, who was cut with double-sided paper, it looks like. When I do a mass amount of die cutting or whatever, I usually cut a lot of different colors. And if I use double-sided paper, then I don't have to worry about, you know, I have two choices to think about as far as the die cuts go. I love the way he's kicking his leg up. He's super cute. These are my little favorite Easter thing. You could put a doily behind them. You could put just about anything you wanted behind them. So here is the little yellow heart. There's the purple heart. And here is the purple one on his little turf. Okay, so now the color that I wanted to... Oh, I do have a pink. I hope it lasts the whole time through here. Always close the glitter glue. You could tie a little bow around their neck. I love these little fluorescent pens that are gel pens. They're fun. Easter will be around the corner before you know it. And I don't know if everybody does Easter books. Some people probably do. I try to do 1 or 2. And this year I'm hoping to do 3, but there's no promises. All right, there we go. That's the pink. So now we have our 3 little bunnies, our 3 little stooges, whatever you want to call them. And look how cute they are. Now these can go into any of the pockets that we're going to be making at some point. Okay, and I'm going to set these aside to dry, and then we'll move on. Now here is this tag. We did the little orange. He ate so many carrots, he turned orange. He turned orange. I don't think that's the real story, but he probably has very good eyes now. If you eat carrots and don't sit so close to the TV. Do you remember your parents telling you that? I'm kind of putting this off to the side. How cute, right? I just think that turned out so adorable. And this is how it will look when it is done. Here's your pocket of him crawling out from under the fence. A butterfly for fun. And this little ticket. And this little ticket that came with the digital. And this one. And then we'll decide if he's going to go in here or somewhere else. I'm not sure. But we'll put him there for now. All right. Now, let's see how much time we've got. Then we can decide what else we can do. If we have time. Okay. Now, this is not a typical thing you put in a book. A journal. But because we've got this giant book, right? Which I sold one to a lady that just loves bunnies. And she turned around and ordered another bunny book, and she wanted it even bigger. And it's my first time to make a book as big as, well, here's one. This one I can't make a book out of, but yeah, this big. And this is a cool book. It's about Peter Rabbit, and it's got all the story parts, and it's got a couple other stories in there too. Yeah, fun, right? But I made her a book that size too. Now, my thoughts are that I'm going to put right here, because I don't need all that. We know who it's going to be about, is I'm going to put my little chick, baby chick, my ephemera, my pen, and everything right there. And see what happens. Right? I have to think, you know, a lot is going to happen between now and then. But because we're having big pages. We got a big bunny right here on the inside cover and the back of the cover. I also have another bunny that I want to put maybe in this Easter basket. We'll call it an Easter basket. I cut this bunny out on my Cricut a couple years ago. Ooh, he's going to be pushing it close. So, I think it's all right. Just have to bring his feet as far down as I can. And you can, the person who has this book can actually put it wherever. Well, I say that. I don't know where I'm going to put it yet, but I'm showing it to you. I'm going to ink it lightly. Okay, and this black goes behind the white to give him black eyes. So you can see the difference there, right? And then behind his little, I think this is a perfect page. But behind his little nose, we're going to have a little blue color. It probably would have been better pink, but not in this case. And then we're going to cover it with a little white section that shows a little blue in the background. And then this will be the tooth. It's inside here so it doesn't fall away. And then it will attach. And his tooth is kind of yellow a little bit. It's brownish, yellowish, whatever you want to call it. So, I hope you had fun in this video today. And I hope you'll come back and do another craft with me. Help me decorate this book once it's ready. And I'll show you any changes as we go along. I did all the pre-cutting and sticking and making the book ahead of time because it's time consuming. And nobody wants to watch that, right? And I'll have this little guy all ready and in the book somewhere when we get started. All right, guys, if you haven't subscribed, please do. I'd love to have you. If you enjoyed today's video, please give me a thumbs up. And I want to thank all my subscribers and welcome to any new ones. You guys have a fabulous day. Bye now.